You know how they say you don't do anything by watching hockey all day? Well, today you could actually do that. There are 13 games in the KHL today and we're going to talk about all of them. My name is Andrea Sachenko and this is your daily KHL update. Welcome to St. Petersburg for our top game of the day. SKA meets Red Army and the Olympic torch is in the building tonight. Captains Ilya Kovalchuk and Alexei Morozov get to skate around the rink with it before the puck drop. And off we go. First period, Roman Chervenka sees Ilya Kovalchuk wide open in the high slot, dishes it over to him, and Kobe sends it home, 1-0 SKA. Late in the period now, Daniel Markov gives up the puck in his own end, turnover, and Viktor Tikhonov scores his 12th of the season to make it 2-0 SKA. And his grandfather, Viktor Tikhonov Sr., is obviously happy about this, as he attended the game with WIHS president Rene Fazel. Early in the second, now Chervenka sets out Dmitry Kalinin this time for a shot. He goes for it, rebound, and Vadim Shipachyov makes it 3-0 SKA. And just like that, Chervenka gets his second assist of the night. He's tied for first in the league with 19 assists this season. Stanis' night is done after that. Is it gonna help Red Army though? No, really. Less than 2 minutes later, Alexei Panikarovsky has the puck on the right wing. Wrist set, and he scores his fourth of the season. 4-0 SKA now early in the second. Red Army has sure missed their wake-up call tonight. Former SKA's defenseman Sergei Zubov wonders what went wrong on Red Army's bench. A little later, Maxim Goncharov nicely shields the puck, cuts into the slot, and scores a beauty. It's still 4-1 SKA, but a nice goal like that can create a spark for a team, and Red Army needs one badly. Late in the period, Nikolai Prokhorkin has the puck. He's not giving it up, sets up Sergei Shirokov in the slot, and he's denied by Alexander Salak. Is this guy for real? I could have bet my month's salary that was going in. I mean, good thing I didn't do that. Still in the second, Red Army gives up the puck again. That creates a 2-on-1 rush, and Artemy Panarin makes it 5-1 SKA. Panarin was his 6th of the season, and that definitely puts this one out of reach for Red Army. Captain Alexei Morozov will go on to score his 4th goal of the season on a power play, but that hardly affects the final score. SKA gets a very convincing W on home ice as they take down Red Army 5-2. Let's head over to Omsk now, where Avangard meets Metallurg-Magnitogorsk. I can't believe Avangard is a heavy underdog in this one, but that's the way it is these days. First period, Avangard is on a power play. Yaroslavl-Slovan shoots from the blue line. Maxim Kazakov tips it, and that's a goal. 1-0 Avangard. 20-year-old Kazakov scores his first career KHL goal. He spent one season with his Huskies in the QMJHL. A little later, Alex Popov has the puck in the slot. He's stopped by Koshechkin. Perezhogin gets the puck. He leaves it for Maxim Kazakov, and he makes it 2-0 Avangard as he scores his 2nd of the night. It's a bit odd to see Kazakov playing with experienced guys like Popov and Perezhogin, but it obviously works for Avangard. Midway through the second, now still 2-0 Avangard, but not anymore. Sergei Mazyakin gets one past Mathieu Guran. It's 2-1 now. Late in the period, Evgeny Timkin carries the puck on the right wing. Nice move. He's in the slot. Scores. We tied it 2 as Timkin scores a thing of beauty. And what makes this goal extra special is that Timkin made a name for himself when he was in Avangard a few years ago. Third period now, Zaripov and Mazyakin run away for a 2-on-1. Mazyakin gets the puck, and that's just gross. Mazyakin scores his 2nd of the night, and he makes it 3-2 Magnitka. Avangard's coaching staff can only shake their heads in disbelief. A little after that, Mr. Mazyakin completes his hat-trick with a nice slap shot on a power play. 4-2 Magnitka, and it doesn't look like Avangard is going to recover from that. Moreover, Magnitka is going to put a dagger in as Denis Zaripov scores his 15th of the year 5 minutes later to give us our final. 5-2 Magnitka. Mike Keenan's team scored 5 unanswered goals to overcome a 2-goal deficit. Avangard now has the 3rd worst record in the Eastern Conference, and they're only 4 points away from the rock bottom. We're in Zagreb, Croatia now, where Medveščak hosts Amur. Medveščak opens up their home series with the game. They completed a 4-game road trip where they picked up just 1 point. We'll pick it up from the second period. Zip on the board so far. Amur is killing a penalty, and Jan Morshik runs away for a breakaway. He's stopped by Barry Brost though. We know he likes going for athletic saves, and this one was very timely. I wouldn't be surprised if we're going to see it again on our top 10 saves of the week chart. Still in the second, Matt Murley puts the puck on net through heavy traffic, and that goes in. 1-0 Medveščak. Medveščak was peppering Amur's net all game long, but couldn't get anything past Alexei Murygin. This time they finally scored. Third period now, Evgeny Kortkov has the puck, leaves it for Jakub Petružalek. He shoots, he scores. 1-1. Petružalek scores his 7th of the year, just like Matt Murley, and now overtime looks very real. But just 1 minute later, Jonathan Chichu has the puck on the left wing. He shoots, that's blocked. He dishes it there for Merle in front, and he scores his 2nd of the night. 2-1 Medveščak now. With this goal, Matt Merrill now has 8 this year. Their chemistry with Chichi is really impressive. And that's gonna do it. Medveščak ends their losing streak with a 2-1 win over Amur on home ice. They are tied for 5th in the Western Conference with Atlant now. Sunday's Oslanch and Dynamo Riga go head-to-head with Igor Radulov and Atlant. Should be a really close game. We pick it up from the second. Matt Robinson gets the puck on the far post. He's all alone. Stanislav Galimov stops him. Mayhem ensues. Paul Shahura gets the puck now, goes for a wraparound, and somehow the puck does not get deflected in. I'm not making this up. See for yourself. It didn't go in. Early in the third now, Riga has a man advantage. Alexander Nizhny sets up Marcel Holzer for a shot, and he drives it in. 1-0 Dynamo Riga. Holzer scores his 9th of the season. There's just something about Riga and Holzer, you know? When you put the two together, beautiful things happen. Just over 3 minutes left in regulation. Atlant has pulled their goalie already. They have a power play on top of that, and Konstantin Koltsov makes it work as he ties this game up with his 8th of the season. It was very opportunistic on Atlant's part, but who's gonna care about that now when they scored? It goes to a shootout. Yuri Trubachov goes first for Atlant, and that's good. They take the lead in this one. Second round, Roberts Brukert shoots for Dynamo Riga, and it's a tie game again, 1-1. Final round, Alexei Mikhnov shoots for Atlant. No goal! That means Alex Nizhny has the game on his stick now, and he wins it for Dynamo with a great wrister. 2-1 Dynamo shootout final. Riga gets 2 points, and they continue to sit comfortably in the 3rd spot in the West. Petteri Virtanen goes up against Evgeny Ivannikov as Donbass hosts Admiral. We pick it up from the second. Sergei Varlamov sets up Petr Podgradsky for a shot, and into the net it goes. 1-0 Donbass. Podgradsky scores his 4th of the season. He's a reliable defenseman who's no stranger to a scoring touch. Shortly after that, Clay Wilson breaks into the zone, dishes it over to Maxim Yakutsenko, back to Wilson, and he bangs it in from mid-air. 2-0 Donbass. Wilson scores his 5th of the year, and his offensive skills shouldn't surprise anybody. He used to be a forward. Admiral gets one back late in the second as Nicholas Bergfors sucks it in after a missed shot by Igor Antropov. That's his 8th of the year, and that's a tricky one. And that's how this one is gonna end. 2-1 Donbass is your final. Donbass is 4th in the West with 34 points, and Admiral is 7th in the East with 28. Martin Skula and Slovan visit Yaroslavl to play Vitaly Koval and Lokomotiv. First seconds of regulation, Yegor Averin passes to Sergei Plotnikov. He goes behind the net and he scores. 1-0 Lokomotiv is with just 19 seconds deep. Plotnikov scores his 3rd of the season. He's considered for Team Russia for the upcoming international break. 3 minutes later, Plotnikov has the puck behind Slovan's net again. This time he sets up Ilya Gorokhov, and the captain makes no mistake. 2-0 Lokomotiv. Gorokhov won back-to-back championship titles with Dynamo Moscow before joining his hometown's team. That's his 1st of the year. Second period now, Danilo Balkov takes a hard shot and he hits Sergei Plotnikov right in the face. Ouch! Yeah, that doesn't look very nice, and Plotnikov, who scored 2 points in the opening frame, will not come back to the ice after that. Still in the second, Miklas Redlis gets on a breakaway and he doesn't score as Miroslav Koprozhriva makes a great athletic poke check. That was a very bold move by him, but it paid off. Early in the third now, Michal Miklik has the puck on the power play, looking for a pass, decides to launch it himself, and he scores! 2-1 now as Miklik scores his 7th of the year. He had just 9 last season. Looks like he's gonna surpass that pretty soon. And that's all she wrote for this one. 2-1 Lokomotiv is your final. Slovan remains on the bottom of the Western Conference, while Loko is now just 1 point away from the playoff zone. Evgeny Kuznetsov scored 2 goals on Vitaly Yuremyev, and that helped Traktor to take down Barys on the road. Andrei Kostitsyn also scored for the visiting team, and they enjoyed a somewhat surprising 5-1 win. Traktor returned to the playoff zone after that win as well. Yugra was trailing to Salavat 3-1 after 20 minutes of play, but managed to tie it up midway through the second stanza. Salavat still managed to get a W in regulation as they won 5-4. Salavat may be the most exciting team to watch these days in the KHL. Their games always feature a ton of goals. Lev scored first on Cherepovets, but they couldn't hold on to their lead. Anatoly Nikantsev and Vadim Bernikov scored for Severstal, and they took 3 points on home ice. Goalie Jakub Stepanek stopped 35 out of 36 shots. Wojtek Wolski scored his 7th of the season on rating checks just 42 seconds into the game, but Torpedo still didn't get a single point on the road. Martin Shkarsum scored both goals for Dynamo Moscow. The blue and white got 50 points in 23 games now, and they're tied with SKA for first in the league. Alexei Kopeykin opened up the scoring with just 3 seconds left on the clock in the first period, and Sibir never let go since then. Yunus Atlant scored a pair, and Dmitry Kukrushev helped with his 6th of the year. Sibir is currently 5th in the East, while Minsk is tied for Slovan for the worst record in the Western Conference. Slava Kozlov scored a goal and picked up 2 assists for 3 points tonight as Spartak took down Kuzня. Game-winning goal was scored by captain Denis Bodrov. That also happened to be his first of the season. Kuzня had a 4-3 lead after 40 minutes of play too. Fyodor Malikhin enjoyed another great offensive night as he picked up 2 points against Neftekhimik tonight to bring Avtomobilist a 3-2 win. Oilers prospect Bogdan Yakimov scored in his 2nd game in a row for Neftekhimik, but that wasn't enough. Avtomobilist is tied for 7th spot in the East with Admiral and Traktor now. And that's it for your daily KHL update. We'll be back again tomorrow, but with just 1 game as Akbars will host Vitesse. That's gonna be quite a change in comparison with today's 13 games, huh? My name is Andreas Sachenko. See you tomorrow.